Hey. Welcome. All right, let's get a few people to join in on the call and we're going to get started. Our Motivation Monday. All right. Hope you guys are fired up after the weekend. You're ready to crush it this week. You pumped, fired up and ready to go. Okay. Hi. Hello. Welcome. Hi. Welcome guys. This is Gediminas, your home-based business coach. Welcome along. Hi. So today is the Motivation Monday. I hope you guys are ready to get motivated and pumped and supercharged, right? And we're going to talk today about programming yourself for success, right? So programming your mind for success. Really important stuff, so you want to make sure. Now at the bottom there you have a share button. If you think that there's somebody that you might want to share this with, you can hit the share button and share it with other people so they can benefit from this call as well. So we're going to talk about programming your mind for success, right? Anybody here on the call already who would like to be programmed for success? Hi Evelina, hi Tiago. Hope you guys are good. Hope you guys are okay. Hi Arena. Guys, you have a share button at the bottom. Feel free to hit the share button to share it with your social circles and local community, etc. Thanks for the thumbs up. All right, so we're going to crack on with this. So first of all, how to program your mind for success? Well, number one, you have to make a decision. What do you want? Right? Because most people, they think all day long about what they don't want, right? And that's a mistake. They go, oh, I don't want to get another bill. I hope, my boss is not going to be mad with me. I hope, this is not going to happen. And because they think about negative stuff, guess what they attract? They attract the stuff they think about. They say, you are not what you think you are, but what you think you are. So it's called law of attraction. The more you think about it, the more you attract it to yourself. So if you keep thinking about negative stuff, you're going to get more negative stuff. So think more about what you want. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you should think about is, what do I want today? What do I want from my life? What do I want from my business? What do I want from my relationships? And think more about what you want and less about what you don't want. Thanks very much, Evelina. Hey, Tiago. Hey, Carolina. Hey, Louise. Hope you guys are well, right? So that's the very first thing, right? It's really important to think about what you want. Number two is use your subconscious. Now, your subconscious is super powerful, right? It can do stuff you can't even imagine. They say we use like 5% of our brain, and most of it we have no control over, right? But let me tell you how subconscious works. Well, when you thinking about an actor's name or a movie that you saw, and the name is just on the tip of your tongue, but you can't really tell what it is. You can't remember what it is, right? And you keep thinking about it, but you can't remember what was the name of that person you met. So you go, whatever, forget about it, right? And then about 5 or 10 minutes later, ka-ching, you go, oh, it was John so-and-so, right? No, it's not the accident. It doesn't just happen by accident. When you thought about it, you have sent a request to your subconscious. And your subconscious, like a massive computer, starts digging for the information in your brain and finds you the information that you've asked it, right? Which is the name of the movie or of the person, etc. However, it can do a lot more than just that, right? You can program it to do a lot of stuff. But your subconscious is like a small kid, right? It wants to please you, but it doesn't really know what's good for you, right? So if you think about bad stuff, you'll go, well, he thinks about it all the time, let me give him more of that, right? And you're gonna get more of it, right? But if you think about good stuff or what you actually want, then your subconscious is gonna try and figure out, how can I get him more of that? Like one of the examples is, you buy a new shirt and then you start seeing that shirt all over the town, or you decide to buy this brand new car and then you start seeing this make all over the town. Now, just because you decided to buy that car, the producers didn't go crazy making these cars and then you start seeing them all over the town. It's because you program your mind to look for it. Now it starts noticing it all over the town. Well, same way, let's say you're in business and you want, I don't know, more customers, right? So if you program it into your brain, if you go, look, I need to find more customers, how can I find more customers? Your subconscious will then start looking for opportunities for you to gain new customers or new team members or a second half or whatever you're looking for in life, right? So this way is gonna carry on and help you with that, right? Also, you have to be extremely careful with what information you are allowed to go into your head, because you know what they say, rubbish in, rubbish out, right? So if you keep putting bad stuff, then you're gonna get more bad stuff out of it, right? So one of the things I do, and people think I'm crazy, but I never watch news on the television, I never read newspapers, and I never listen to news on the radio. Now my friends go, how can you live like that? You know, you're not gonna know when the end of the world comes. But guess what? I have all of you guys on Facebook for that, and I'm sure you're gonna notify me. But the reason why I don't watch all the news and don't read newspapers, because what is the news full of? It's full of bad stuff, right? Who killed who, what happened, what's bad, right? Because bad stuff sells newspapers, right? So I don't want to keep loading that bad stuff into my mind every single morning and afternoon and evening, right? Instead, I choose to load my brain with something positive, right? So instead of watching the news, I might watch a book that's going to be educational, inspirational, motivational or whatever, right? Which is going to charge me with positive stuff, right? And I even taught my family to do that, right? Because before I used to get home and my wife goes, have you heard? This airplane just crashed and 200 people died instantly, right? And I go, why do you tell this to me, right? Because can I do something about it? No, there's nothing I can do about it, right? So why give me this information just to make me feel bad about it, right? So now we don't talk about negative stuff, right? Like this, because we can't change it, right? If I come home and my wife goes, the neighbor's, tire is flat, can I do something about it? Yeah, I can go and help him to change the tire, right? But if a hurricane went across, half across the world and it killed 1,000 people, there's nothing I can really do about it. So why contemplate on that negative stuff? I hope this is making sense. Hey Tazamaeli, hey Emma. All right, the next thing is surround yourself with positive people. Right? Don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking jobs, but unfortunately the job environment most of the time is just a bunch of negative people who complain and whinge how the weather is bad and the petrol prices and all of that stuff, right? So you want to make sure that at least at some part of your life you have positive people that you surround yourself with, right? So, if you can access these positive people, try and spend more time around them, because they're going to inspire you, they're going to help you to be, more positive yourself if you keep spending time between them. So for example, in business, very often we have trainings and meetings and opportunity meetings and things like that. And sometimes people go, well, why do I need to go to training or to the conference? Because I've already been there once or twice or 3 times or 5 times. What's the point of going again? Because I know it all. Well, go there not for the information, but for the people who are there, because these people are goal-oriented. They know what they want in life. They're seeking something. They're positive. And just by being in that environment, you're going to recharge your batteries to go and crack on another week, etc. Right? Hope this is making sense. Now, also, ask yourself a question. Are you the smartest person in the room? Because if you're the smartest person in the room, you are in the wrong room. You need to spend time in the environment that's gonna grow you as a person, right? Instead of being at the environment that's gonna maybe lower your level of who you are, right? So always try and surround yourself with people and with environments where you feel that, wow, these people are so much ahead of me. These people know so much more. These people can teach me so much, so I can be in this environment and soak in this information and soak in all of this, positivity, etc., right? So you want to be in a room where you can grow and stretch, because what they say, if you green, then you grow. If you are ripe, then you rot, right? So you'd rather want to be green and grow than ripe and rot, right? So don't be the person who knows it all, right? Because you can never know it all. The more you learn, the more you realize that you can learn, right? And, don't forget to stop and sharpen the saw once in a while, right? So, hey, Lucy, hey, Ritis. right? It's important to stop and sharpen the saw once in a while, right? What I mean by that is you know, spend time educating yourself, because if you invest in yourself, it's much better than investing in a job. You know, if you invest in your job, you can make a living, which is noble. But if you invest in yourself, you can make a fortune, which is exciting, right? So don't forget to stop and sharpen the saw and invest in yourself, right? And finally, don't be too cool for school, right? Keep learning, right? There's so much stuff, you know, there's so many books you can read. You know, I always ask this question. I say to people, look, if somebody spent a lifetime building a legacy, building a business, building a company, building a successful life, right? And then they sat down and wrote a book that is 200 pages, writing out all of their life, you know, all of the recipe for success, wouldn't it be worth for you to sit down and read this book for a couple of evenings to get this information? 20 years of lifetime experience, 30 years, 40 years, absolutely, right? You have to learn from other people's mistakes, because you just cannot possibly live long enough to do all of those mistakes by yourself, right? So you definitely want to learn from other people's mistakes and from successes by reading, by attending seminars, by, you know, whatever you can put your hands on, just communicating with people who are successful and who can teach you something. You know, find a mentor, find somebody who is where you want to be, and ask them to mentor you. Say, look, can I learn from you? Can I spend an hour a week with you, you know, or whatever, and learn your recipe for success, how to be successful, because I want to be like you, right? This will help you to grow, right? And my mentor, one of my mentors actually just joined the call. Hey, Irina, right? So it's really, really, really important to invest in yourself, educate yourself, keep yourself positive, right? Because your mental state can influence your physical state, right? So if you are feeling negative and stressed and all of these negative emotions, they can actually manifest themselves and cause you to become ill health-wise, right? Physically, right? Imagine that, right? So if you keep yourself positive and excited and motivated, maybe you can influence your body into staying healthy and vital and energetic, right? So hope this makes sense. Okay, guys, I have to jump on now onto the webinar. I'm doing the home-based business opportunity training today. So if you want to watch that, go to facebook.com/home-based business coach, which is my page. So facebook.com/home-based business coach. We're just about to start in about 3 minutes the home-based business opportunity presentation, right? So if you know somebody who would like to earn some extra income or who needs some maybe a change in career, you can recommend them to jump on that conference call right away. All right, guys, see you at the top.